In this episode of Faculty Engaged, we visited with Professor Sarbani Banerjee to learn more about her career, her department's work to engage K-12 youth and teachers, as well as her outstanding commitment to mentoring Buffalo State students. We've had so many conversations sort of in passing, but this is sort of the first time we've had a chance to kind of sit down and talk about your work and talk about your courses and your research. And so I'm just really eager to hear sort of more about sort of what you're currently doing. But every story has a beginning.
Right.
And I'm wondering if we might begin with just hearing a little bit about how you got to Buffalo State.
I worked at UB for several years in the Research Foundation, and then I also worked as a director of IT Node. But after that, back in 2000, then I got a little bit bored with that job, administrative job. So I came, thankful to all of you who does administrative jobs, and then I found this position opened up in the CIS department as a faculty position. So there where my heart was, so I jumped into this one.
Very good.
And again,
well, we're so lucky that you took that leap and started to come into a full-time faculty position.
Yeah.
Well, now, one of the things that we have talked about is your interest in working with teachers, high school teachers, to really infuse in them an ability to teach computer science. Could you talk a little bit about how that interest got started and what you're currently doing?
Yes, okay, so I went to a conference where I have first learned about that how important it is to promote computer science education. After year 2000, after the dot-com bust, the interest in computer science education went deeply down. And the way to lift it up is by teaching the computer science in the high school. But who will be teaching that? The teachers in high school, they don't know, they don't have any degrees in computer science, neither do they know much about computer science. So when I went to this conference and learned about the importance of, doing computer science or learning computer science at the high school level, then it all started, and then we applied for this Google grant, and we got the Google grant, and we started teaching the teachers how to teach computer science. So we have like 3 programs going on throughout the year. First, we bring them in the summertime, we bring them to take our classes, the workshop, and then in fall, we get them together through the conference that we organize. It's called Conference of CS for All Conference, CS for All in Western New York, that conference. And then in spring, late spring for them and early summer for us, we tell the teachers to bring their students over. So, and this year, there were like 80 students that came from all over Western New York, as far as from Gowanda, Jamestown. So all those teachers brought their students to showcase their project and participate in the competition.
So now that you've had this 7 years experience working with teachers, I'm wondering, how have you seen that change either the interest or the kind of preparation that you're finding from high school students that come into our program, as majors in CIS? And also, I just visited the coding camp, which was terrific, that you and your colleagues are working with. I'm wondering how the work with the teachers has had any impact or change in the preparation of the students or what they're thinking about they're coming to the coding camp.
Well, for the coding camp, the students the girls are interested. So if we start the seed at the middle school, and if we can, if the teachers offer a course in the high school, then the interest keeps on, going. But if they don't see anything in the high school, their interest in the middle school dissipates. That's why the high school piece is so important. It acts as a bridge from the middle school to the college. So that's why we are working with the high school teachers mostly to place a course, computer science course, in their school. And when they come to our campus, it's not only just for showcase, it's really a field trip for many of them. and they get to see our building. They really love it. You know, one of the tapestry students said, if I can get to come here, I was not thinking about college, but if I can get to come here in this technology building, I'm going to pursue computer science.
Well, that's great to hear. It is a fantastic building.
It is.
It certainly is. So could you talk a little bit more about your service learning course?
Yes. Okay. So in the service learning project, in the service learning class, it's kind of divided into two parts.
Okay.
So in the first part, we teach them what they will be teaching the kids in the high school. Okay. So they mostly do the hour of code. So teaching them that part of teaching is a little bit challenging, but they all love this program. And then, so that's happened in the first 4 weeks of the class, that they are with me, and I teach them what they will be teaching to the kids. They build a curriculum that of 10-day curriculum, because they go out to the schools for 10 days next. So the last 10 weeks is devoted for them to go to the high schools, visit the high schools, and they visit the faculty member in the high school who have already gone through our program. So the school teachers love our kids. Our kids love their kids. So it all, works out in a great way.
Well, thank you so much. It's just been such a pleasure to have this conversation with you
and
to hear more about your current work and also the projects you hope to do in the future. So keep up the good work.